I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set. 40 to Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Alert three. Hey, foxtrot. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Big grip.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
Tighten up.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mike 5-4.
2nd and 3. This one caught by Isabella.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Hey, Delta, you draw corpus. Check curls. Slam. Check, shoot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
90-foot. Copper.
2nd down and inches. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. On the ball.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. We ain't giving up nothing.
Throwing again. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, exit. Ready?
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And the Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 40. Go.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, Alpha, 30 base.
Yeah, I got you. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up in air. It's caught inside the 25. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On second down, this is Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
22.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. And amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall. He was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. 2nd and 5 now. Stafford, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Sanders. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, not that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
34's and right. 34's and right. He's coming. Check in. Check in. They're not ready for this, man.
To throw is Stafford. Looking in zone for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A second nice move. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken short. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run again with Jackson. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. On third down, this is Jackson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now again, right side. It's Jackson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Carry on Johnson. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This will be taken very short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 6. He finds Hopkins complete. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This is the tight end Fant.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes?
And he coughed it up. And the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to dock my cap to him. Congratulations, big time.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The sack by Todd Davis. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Watch twist. Hey, alert 3, 9.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you? DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Past the 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Red, you ready? Under 10, 10.
They'll run again with Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to...
Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Come on, D. 54. Out. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run with Jackson, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Sliding. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He's not going to get me. Check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, once again, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Tighten up. Hey, watch. Secret.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now McManus for the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go!
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45.